What is up, guys? It is Zach, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about Mario Party Superstars some more, naturally. Of course, it's Wednesday. Of course, we're going to talk about Mario Party Superstars. This video is actually going to be a little bit different than videos usually are. Usually, the videos I've been making are predicting things about the game, talking about what I want to see, etc., etc., but this video is going to be just me doing something a little bit different. Well, it's not something completely different if you're a long-time viewer of the channel, but if you're newer here, this is something I've actually done with previous Mario Party titles, specifically Super Mario Party. Basically, I am taking screenshots that I personally took from the Nintendo Treehouse event where they showed off this game. Basically, I'm going to be making improvements in areas that I think need to be tweaked in the game. So I think this is a really cool thing, and I really want to know what you guys think of the little tweaks I've made down in the comments down below. And do keep in mind, most of these things are very, very small because I think Mario Party Superstars does look really, really good. So I don't know what to say besides, yeah, let's get right on into it with my very first screenshot. Now, actually, I'm going to be showing you guys the befores. I changed them, so you're going to see what's in the actual treehouse, and then my changes, and we're going to talk about them. So now, let's get started. As you can see, this first screenshot here is basically the interface, right? There's nothing really that special here, just kind of the interface. You know, you see where everyone's place is and all that. Just my problem with this is a problem I had with Super Mario Party as well, and they brought this here, is there's too much just plain white. And to me, on this board, for this screenshot, it's not that much of an issue, but especially if you're playing in handheld mode or something, it can make the text kind of hard to read. So I tweaked this screenshot, actually not a little bit, quite a bit. So here is what I did with it. As you can see, I made the text bigger. You know, like let's go up to the top left here with Brandon. Obviously, you can see I made the text for the coin number and the star number bigger. I added outlines to the stars, the coins, and the actual numbers. Even the little name up there, I added a little black border too, just to make it a little clearer for people who might have a little bit of a hard time seeing it. And then, of course, where you see the first place, I actually made it like big and bold and gold for first place. And moving down to Rob, who's playing as Birdo, obviously you can see second place is like a grayish white color. Third place is like an orange bronzish color, and then fourth place is like a blue color. I think, I don't know, it adds a little more of a visual flair to the places and all that. And then obviously we can see I made the text bigger and bolder for the turn number, just so that, you know, like, it's easier to see. And also, this is just a little personal tweak. I also just changed the text on the menu to be pink to go along with the character of Peach. Obviously, I would want the color of the text to be different for each character. Like, for example, Rosalina would be like a cyan blue, Birdo's would be like a hot pink, Luigi's would be blue, or sorry, green, etc., etc. And I don't know, I just think it's a cool little design thing, just to make each character's menu a little bit different. But yeah, that is screenshot number 1 down. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, one thing that you guys have probably already realized at this point, being my community post, and I have mentioned this before, let's look at this picture. Obviously, this is a map of Spaceland, and the only complaint I have with this map, because the map obviously has been recreated really, really well, even though they did add quite a few more item spaces, but those don't really matter much to me. What does matter to me is the amount of lucky spaces there are on the board. If my counting is correct, there are 14 total lucky spaces in the board. Yes, there are 2 that are hidden behind a skeleton key door, but given how cheap the skeleton keys are, which we'll get into later, I just basically counted this as part of the board that anyone can easily access. So one of the things I wanted to do is I was like, I want to try and balance this a little bit more, take away some of those lucky spaces and see what I can come up with, and I managed to take away 5 of them, and I think I made the board a little more balanced with them. Here's the look at that. It may not look that much different because it's just such a minimal change, but I have removed the lucky spaces from here, 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 and here. So obviously a lot of the ones where the 2 lucky spaces next to each other, I got rid of that, except for obviously the behind the skeleton key, because, you know, you can use skeleton key, you know, that to me, that double makes sense. Every other one, no. Like, there were 3 in that bottom row before, and I reduced it to 1, because 3 within, like, 10 spaces is absolutely ridiculous. So, I completely changed that. And yeah, I just think that makes the boards feel a lot more balanced, because 14 lucky spaces is a bit much, a bit ridiculous. So, I decreased that, and, yeah, so that's that. Alright, Admittingly, this one's pretty nitpicky, but I still made the change nonetheless. Here's a screenshot of Birdo getting a star. You see, obviously, there's the celebration animation, and the You Got a Star logo is at the top, and it's really, really cool. My big thing with this, though, is it doesn't really feel like, I don't know, like you feel like you get a star, you need some sort of big, bold text to celebrate the occasion. So, what I did is I did this. Obviously, this text is bold, it's yellow, it's got little stars in it. I don't know, it just feels more festive for the occasion. It feels like you got a star, like it's big, bold, like I don't know how to describe it other than it was just for me a visual choice I wanted to change, because one thing I'm just not a huge fan of is just the plain, basic white text they use a lot for certain things. And personally, I just wanted to change that. That's a very personal, nitpicky thing, but yeah. So in the same vein, as you can see here, Luigi's landed on an event space, and there's the text saying he landed on an event space. But again, it's basic white. It blends in very much with the background, given that it's white text on a very white background. Yeah, it has like a drop shadow effect, but whatever. I changed it to this. It's green. It has little question marks on it. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know why they changed it to exclamation marks in the first place, but because usually you land on them, and most of them you might not know what they do unless you're familiar with the board, but whatever. Either way, I wanted to make that bold. Again, another visual choice personally, but yeah. Okay, this is, I'm promising you, actually this might not, no, this isn't the last text change, but this one actually does really, really bother me. Look at this. Why is the character's name this small white text, and then the wins is like an actual good font and all of that? Like, I don't get, I don't know, let me just, make the name the same. Obviously, I didn't recreate it perfectly, but you get the overall gist. Make the character's name the same size, font, and color as the wins text. I don't know why they did that. To me, it looks stupid. Don't know why they did that, so that's a change I made. So this photo right here is basically a battle mini game where obviously it's important to see who comes first, second, third, and fourth. And again, with the basic white text, no clue why they're using it here. The finish is in the nice big cool logo or font, sorry. No clue why the character's stuff isn't. So let's change it over to this. Again, just changing it to make it a little more poppy-outy. Don't know how to explain it other than that. Like, I know these are such small, minuscule, almost nitpicky level things, but to me, they just add a little more character rather than just basic white text. Have a little more color and flavor, almost. I don't know. To me, I just think that looks loads better. And of course, I should have said this in the very beginning, but keep in mind, I am not a graphic designer. I don't do graphic design. This is just me with a basic photo editing program, just trying to explain the things I would change. So there's that. Okay, this one's kind of a big one for me, and this isn't a completely visual change. This is like in the game. I said I would talk about this in its own video, but I think here it's actually a really good place to show it off a little bit. Here is a photo of the item shop. Obviously, we can see skeleton key, double dice, warp block, chomp call, triple dice, and golden pipe. Obviously, all these items are very, useful. But I think most of these items are just too cheap for what they are. Like 3 coins for a skeleton key? What, 7 coins for a chomp call? No. I had to go in there and tweak some of these prices to make them work a bit better. Here is what I came up with. 10 coins for a skeleton key, 10 coins for double dice, 10 coins for warp block, 20 for a chomp call, 15 for a triple dice, and 30 for a golden pipe. I mean, I don't even know where to start with this one. A skeleton key for 3 coins, especially when on the other side is 2 lucky spaces and a boo? That's just ridiculous. It should be 10 coins. You need to actually pay, I don't know how to describe it better than the fact that it should cost a little bit. And for those of you who are like, oh, 10 is too expensive for a skeleton key, that's what it cost in Mario Party 2, which is where this board is from. So have the skeleton key cost the same as it did then, which was 10 coins. It makes sense. Why have all these items be so cheap? I mean, one of the main complaints was how the 10 coin golden pipe basically broke the game. So why have these skeleton keys that are not only shortcuts, but can get you to the boo and lucky spaces? And I don't get it. And chance time, actually. Chance time is also stuck behind the other skeleton door, so make them more expensive. I don't get it. It's not even that much. It's 10 coins. That's a standard item price. For real. And double dice as well, like 5 coins for double dice and 10 for triple. I almost debated putting triple as 20, but I thought 15 could be fair for triple. But yeah, it's to me, just crazy. And of course, 7 for a chomp call. For those of you who don't know, the chomp call will change the location of a star. That's gotta be one of those, like, items that you don't just get, like, every time you go to an item shop, and whenever someone's getting close, you just screw them over. No, that's gotta be an item that you really have to save up for, and you have to strategize. Not just an item that you can get for 7 coins, which is not, just, you know, you win a mini game and you could already afford it. Like, I don't know. Like, there are some items that need to cost a lot because so that they're not overused, so that they're more strategic items. Like using it for certain situations rather than just using it because it's a cheap item that you can get so easily. I don't know how to explain it better than that, but yeah. I know I spent a while on this one, but to me, it's very important. And then lastly, this is the last screenshot I have here. As you can see, the start of a player's turn. This is almost similar to the star one, right? Where the character does a little animation starting their turn, and, you know, it's fine. You know, at least the text isn't white, but it's on a white background, so, you know, it doesn't make much of a difference. But I changed it to this. Basically, giving the character, like, a bit of a showcase, you know? Like they did in Mario Party's past, you know? The character's there, Rosalina start, you know? Like, in big colorful text on screen. I actually also kept the interface changed as well, just so you could see, like, it just adds a little more character. In my personal opinion, I could be completely wrong here. Like, this could be something that literally no one cares about, but for me, I just like a little more color. Like, I don't get why there's so much white and all that. So I don't know, but what do you guys think? Those are just my ideas for improvements or tweaks they can make to Mario Party Superstars to make it the best it could be. Obviously, I think the game is looking great so far. I've mentioned this before. The game looks amazing, in my personal opinion, so there's not really much that they could really do to make it better, per se, because it's a best of kind of game, right? It takes the best boards from Mario Parties 1, 2, and 3, takes the best mini games, so of course it's gonna be a great game. But there are just little things they could tweak to kind of, like, scrub some of that, like, Super Mario Party blandness out of it. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. And, yeah, so, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All the stuff down below. Click on the... Oh, whoa. Make sure to click the notification bell so you're notified of when I upload videos, and check out the merch store. There's a cool ZakPak merch up on there for you to check out. So, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.